Hello everyone, welcome to the new video on cloud platform integration. So till now we have seen that how we can use mail adapters, how we can create a iFlow in cloud platform integration. So now we will see that how we can use external source like external sender to trigger the integration uh, flow and send the data through email or to the receiver system. Any receiver system we can send. Here we don't have any receiver system, but sender we have. So for the testing purpose in this video we will be using Postman. So our first requirement is to download and install Postman. So let's start it. So here I am in my browser and I will just search Postman to download, and we will download it from our official site, that is postman.com. Okay, oh thanks. So here I am using Windows 64-bit system. So for that I will click on Windows 64-bit, and you can see it has started downloading. So after downloading it, I will show you like how we can install it. I think it will be downloaded very fast. So let's check that. Yeah, it is going to be finish in 5 seconds. And after that we will download it and we will see like how we can configure the Postman also. Okay, so I'll go to my folder. I will see that where it has been downloaded. It has been already downloaded, you can see, and now it is I think compiling and the packets it has downloaded. So let's check it. Yeah, it's completed. So in downloads I have Postman. Okay, this is a executable file. I have to double click on it and you can see yeah, it is asking that it is from any external source, not from the Windows. So whether I want to download it or not, install it or not. Okay, yeah, I'm waiting for it to come. Yeah, here you can see that the app you are trying to install isn't a Microsoft verified apps. Yeah, not a problem, you can install it anyway. And after the installation is finished, I will come back and I will show you like how we can use the Postman. Yes, so we are done with installation of Postman. So here you can see that this is the interface of Postman, and inside that we have collections. So Postman is a tool basically used for testing, and how you have to configure it, like you have to create a new collection. So you can create a new collection by clicking on this collection, or else you can just like close this tab and you can click on this plus icon, and this will automatically create a new request for you. And here you have to paste the URL which you want to test. So we will see that how to get that URL. So before that we have to create a HTTP integration flow. So let's get back to our CPI account. Okay, so this one is the integration flow we have recently created, and after that now I'm going to create a new integration flow. For that I will go to the design tab, and in the design after entering the package we have to create new artifact. So for the creation of the new artifact, you already know that you have to put it in the edit mode, and then you have to add the integration flow. So here I'm going to name it as HTTPS, because we are going to use that adapter. So HTTPS iFlow. Okay, so this is the name of this integration flow, and I will keep it as it is. And after that let's create it. So again I have told you like how you can reuse the uh, component you have already created. So in this integration flow we have a sender system also, and we have a receiver system. So basically receiver is our email, which will get the email notification. So what we can do that we can reuse the component which we have recently created in our last integration flow. So for that you can just go back to that integration flow and you can just copy all the content. So I'm going to copy it. Okay, just you can click on Control C, or you can copy from here, and after that you have to just paste it here. You can paste it by Control V or just paste icon. And I'm going to delete the connection between a start and end, so that we can create a connection between a start and end. But again here you already know that we have to copy the Groovy script. So I will click on the Groovy script, and inside that I'm going to paste the script which we have already created. Okay, so for that I think, yeah, So I have pasted the Groovy script and I'm going to make it as okay. And here you can see that if you don't want these kind of alignments, you can just align it. Okay. And here I think it is created, it is joined through the downside icon. That's why it is giving it like that. I'm going to join it with this, yeah, in the horizontal icon. And the receiver we have, sorry, one receiver will be actually our OData and other will be our mail server. Okay, so these things we have already done, but just for demonstrating you, I'm going to show you like how we can do that. Okay, it is not responding, sometime it happens. Yeah, okay, sorry, my mistake. I was connecting it through Groovy script, so it will not accept. I have to connect it through request reply. Okay, yeah, in the request reply we have a OData, and that is actually OData version 2, and we have to configure that. So in the connection, I am going to paste that connection. So we have already copied that, and in the processing, these things we have done previously also, but just for showing you so that you can get it in the mind. This is a get query, and that is from the products, and we want to select all fields, yeah. And in the step 3 we have to give like from which the header we are sending will be what, that is actually product ID, and that product ID is equal to the header dot product identifier, and that's it. Okay, and we are all set with configuration of OData. Now we have to set the mail server. So for the mail, one more receiver I am going to set, and that will actually do its job in the end. So the adapter I'm going to use is mail adapter, and in the mail adapter, what is going to happen, that the connection we are going to provide is like, that is actually smtp.gmail.com, and the port we are going to use it 465. So 465 port we are using here. So for the 465, that is smtps only. Okay, and in the credential name we have to give the credential name which we have created, so that is actually my credential. Okay, so my credential we have created, and in the processing we have to give from which email we are going to send. So that is actually amish578 at the rate gmail.com, and the next we are going to send it on. So that is actually amish kumar 911 at the rate gmail.com. Okay, and cc we are not going to put anything. Subject I'm going to put it as cpi iflow, and that is https, so that it seems relevant. And we can put some text also in the mail body, so that I can put it like here is the error detail, not error detail, here is message processing details. Okay, so you can see that this will also uh, get attached in the mail body. Okay, so that is, we are all set from our side. The last thing we have to do, that we have to uh, configure the sender system. So for the sender system, I'm going to connect the sender system to the start. You can see here. Okay, I'm starting it, and here we are going to use https adapter. So for the https adapter, what configuration we are going to do, that we are going to connect here, and the URL, that the thing we will provide here, that will actually get attached in the URL. Okay, so I'm going to write it like test https. Okay, so I will show you like where it will get attached. It will in the end of the URL, and CSFR protected, I'm not going to keep it, otherwise say in the uh, Postman we have to actually send it as header. Okay, so here you can see that user role in the starting only I had told you that assign this messaging send role to you, so that we have actually assigned in our tenant while creating the account. So this was the significance of that, and in the condition we can keep it as like whatever the condition as default. And I'm going to deploy it. First I will save it, and after saving we can deploy it. Okay, so yeah, we have deployed it, and now I will show you from where we can get the URL. Okay, so I have came in the monitoring section. I have to go to the monitoring section, and in the monitoring section we have to take the endpoint of that integration flow, and on that endpoint we have to actually send the data. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So the monitoring section is opening. Yeah, it has opened, and in manage integration content we can come and we can see that, yeah, HTTPS flow is actually starting, and you can see the text I have provided in HTTPS configuration test.https, that is actually here. So it will get started in few seconds. Yeah, it is still starting. So this is actually the endpoint. So this endpoint we have to take, and now we have to send the data through this endpoint, pasting it in the Postman. So here you can see enter the request URL. So actually we are going to use the uh, post method we are going to use. So these get put post are actually internet protocol, HTTPS protocol. You can check it on Google. So I'm going to paste here whatever the URL we have. So in on this endpoint, now from here we will send the data through the body. Okay, so for that what we have to do, that actually the integration flow we have designed is not compatible. So for that we have to edit the integration flow also. I got just now in this in my mind. So what we have to do, that we have to come here and let me check whether it is started or not. Okay, if it is started, that's not a problem, we can deploy it again. So here we are just hard coding the data in the content modifier. Okay, so this data actually now we will send that. Okay, not here. uh, in the message body we are hard coding the data, so this data we will now send from Postman. Okay, so for that we have to actually remove this content modifier. So I have deleted the content modifier. Instead of that, what we will do, that we will add a JSON to XML converter. Okay, so because we are going to send the JSON data, so that's why we have to add that. So here you can see that the converter, we are going to add the JSON to XML converter. Okay, and in this what we are going to do, that we don't have to do actually much anything here. Okay, so we are not doing namespace mapping here, so we can just remove this, or even if you want you can keep it as it is, that's not a problem. And after that what we have to do, that we are going to save it. Okay, and now we will do what we will do, that we will send our, and we have to deploy it also. Without deploying, this will not get updated. So I'm going to deploy it. Okay, so it will get deployed. Till then what we can do, that we can check here, uh, we have to send the body, and that in the raw format, and the format of the data will be actually JSON. Okay, so just JSON data we will be sending. So what will be send, that we will send what we were sending through XML, so that only we will send. So JSON data what we will send, that we have to first write it in the format. So I will show you how you can do that. So first of all you have to start with the curly braces. Inside the curly braces you have to add the header. Okay, so whatever the header we have used there. So what header we have used there is actually, that is product identifier. You can see here. So not like this, you have to just keep the product identifier. So I'm going to remove others, so that any spelling mismatch is not done. Otherwise it can create so much error. So that's why okay, so the product identifier we are going to send, and the value of that is actually uh, after colon you have to keep everything in the double quote. So I'm going to keep it in the double quote only. So that is actually the value is HT, and after that 1080, right? ST hyphen 1080. Okay, and this is fine, but if you want you can beautify it also. So if you will beautify it, it will look better. It will indent everything. And now let's try to, we don't have any authorization here. I will show you. Let's experience first what error we are getting. We will definitely get some error. Okay, I'm going to send it. Yeah, let's check what error we are getting. Okay, you can see we are unauthorized, we are not able to actually access this URL. So for accessing this URL we have to do some configuration in our account. Okay, so let's check what configuration we can do. I will show you. So here you can see that it is not even being triggered. Let me check whether it is triggered or not. Yeah, you can see the data we have sent it is not hitting the URL. So for that we have to do some configuration in our trial home. So actually we have to do that we have to create one instance. So we will go to the service marketplace, and in the service marketplace, okay, my browser session has expired. In the service marketplace we have to create one instance, that is process runtime integration. So for that we have to create one instance and we have to access the key of that. Let's check how we can do that. So after coming to the service marketplace, you have to search like process runtime integration. Okay, process. Okay, it is not getting searched. Oh yeah, process integration runtime. Sorry, I spelled it incorrectly. The sequence was like process runtime integration, but here it is process integration runtime. So you have to create instance of this one. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just create click on the create, and it is asking that select a plan. So for the plan you have to select like integration flow. We are creating it for the integration flow, and runtime environment and the space it is automatically selecting, and you have to select a command line interface friendly name. So I am just going to keep the same name. Okay, but we don't have to put the space in between, it will not accept. So I'm going to remove all the space, process integration runtime, and I'll click on next. You can see these two the grant type is client credentials, and the roles we have is EBS messaging send. So we will keep it as it is. Right now these only grant types and EBS and roles are actually assigned. So I'm going to create it. Yeah, so it will get created in a few minutes. uh, and after that what we have to do, that we have to create one key for that also. Without that key we won't be able to access the CPI URL. Okay, so you can see in the instances we have two instances here, like one is process runtime and it is created. Okay, that's a good thing. So now I have to go inside this, and you can see here the service key. We don't have any service key yet. Okay, so I will create one service key. uh okay, we don't have to do anything. We just have to give the name of the service key. So I'm going to keep it as key, and I will create it. And the key creation will take it might take few minutes. And after the key is created, I will show you what we can do. Okay, so key has been created here. So what you have to do, that you have to just click on the key, and inside the key you can see that we have client ID, client secret, and URL. So for using token URL, okay, so for using these things we have to do some certain operations. So we will see that how we can do that. So for that we have to just copy this client ID and client secret and token URL. So this token URL will give out the token to us. Okay, so first of all, let's get back to the Postman, and in the Postman we have to add authorization. So in the authorization we will do OAuth 2.0. So in the OAuth 2.0, what we have to do, that when you will select this, you will get this configure a new token. So in that token you can actually give the token name as T1, T2, or anything you want. So I'm going to keep it as T1. And in grant types it is not authorization code, we have to keep it as client credentials. So in the client credentials, what do you have to provide, that you have to provide access token URL. So here I can show you, like you can see this is the token URL. So this is actually take place in access token URL. I have copied it and I will paste it in the access token URL. Okay, so in this access token URL I have given, and you can see client ID and client secret we have to provide. So for that we have to come here, and client ID we have to copy. uh, I will blur these things because I'm not going to reveal my client ID and client secret to anyone. So that's why you might see that I have blurred it. So I have copied again the client ID, and I will paste the, and I will suggest you also not to reveal your client ID secret. Okay, and again I'm going to copy the client secret also, and here I will paste the client secret. Okay, and what we have to do, that we have to get new access token for this. So every time you get authentication fail, so you have to get the access token. So let me check whether we are getting any access token or not. Yeah, authentication completed. So I will proceed and I will use this token. So when I will use this token, you can see the token has been added here. Okay, and I will sync it. So every time it will not ask me. Okay, so I'm going to sync it. So this is a request name it is asking. Okay, uh, I'm going to name it as CPI trial. Okay, and it is asking me to create a collection. You don't have any collection. Okay, so I'm going to name the collection as test. Okay, uh, yeah, create. I've created it, and inside the test it is this CPI trial. I'm going to save it. Yeah, okay, show authorization has been completed. I hope I'm going to sync it again. Yeah, the synchronization is also done. Now I will send the body. Okay, this data I will send. Let's see what happened this time. I'm going to send it. Okay, we have to check the status code, like what it is giving us. I hope, yeah, 200 means this is working. You can see the response we have also got. Here is the message which we kept in the body. Okay, so I will show you, like it is being sent to my mail also. Here is the message processing details. Okay, so these things actually have been sent to my mail. Let me open my mail. I think I would have got a mail for that. Let's check. Yeah, you can see CPI iFlow HTTPS, and I have got it recently. Yeah, here is I have added this in the body. You might have remember this, so you can see, and this is the content of in dot body. Okay, so this is how you can use the HTTPS adapter. So just for the testing purpose, let's get back to our monitoring section, and in the monitor we will check that it is completed or not. Yeah, HTTPS iFlow, it is completed. It is completed being in 3 seconds and 827 millisecond it took. Okay, so this is how you can use HTTPS adapter. This, we are actually sending data through Postman. That is, you can take it as an external sender, or you can take it as a sender. The sender is sending the data to iFlow, and that iFlow is converting JSON data into XML format, and in the XML format, that is actually verifying the header, so that is product and identifier, and that product identifier header ST 1080 is being sent to the OData, and the OData is fetching the data for that product, and that is getting the reply, and that reply is being logged in using a Groovy script, and that log is actually being sent through a mail adapter to a receiver. The receiver system is actually my mail. Okay, so this is how you can use uh, mail adapter and OData adapter and HTTPS. Okay, so we will see more scenario in our next video. That's it for this video. Thank you.